Now it says live.
Okay, it's saying. All right, good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start recording. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jenny.
Good morning, Shua. How are
How?
you?
Good, good. Uh, yes, it is live, and let me see why there is a
Is there a
echoes.
delay?
Yeah. Did you hear also? Are we
No.
hearing?
Sounds very no. Ah, I
I don't
can
know
hear
why.
it now in the back. I think I can hear from your
Okay, let me
computer.
mute the other side.
You're so
Okay,
clever, knowing how to do all of this.
thank you. If you do it a few times, you will know also.
I feel fantastic that I can, schedule a Zoom meeting. I feel very clever every time I do it.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
so it's scheduled. Copy invitation
Uh-huh.
into the email, paste the invitation, and I
Uh-huh.
go. But then I need to learn how to put it in the Google Calendar. It's
Yeah,
supposedly
yeah.
super easy,
We're
but
learning.
anyway,
We're
one
learning.
step at a time.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what
I'm
we're.
learning too. I'm still not so all the way with Zoom totally like an expert yet, but hopefully someday soon. Anyway, so you are watching, and after this is recorded, you will be listening and watching live with Jenny and Shua. This is Holy and Me Together, a production of Light Up with Shua. And I hope you have already watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Four.
Yeah, and because tomorrow it will be 5. It's premiering tomorrow morning, so I hope you will tune in. Please let us know what you think of all these episodes, this series, or any other episodes of Light Up with Shua. We really want your feedback. We want your interaction. You are welcome to interact through YouTube or Facebook and wherever you find us. So we have some follow-ups, kind of. This live show is to talk about things that we couldn't in detail talk in our episodes. And if there is a question or of any kind from any other episode, you can let us know, and we can try to address that. Right, Jenny?
Yeah, that's the point of it. And last week our theme of the show was uncomfortable situations.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to do some follow up on that before we move on to the next topic tomorrow. And that is, of course, also we need to say that in no way can 15 minutes cover these quite massive topics that we have chosen, but
Yes.
we want to like plant a little seed
Yep.
and get a conversation started. And these are conversations that happens all around, so we're not trying to pretend that we are the only people talking about them,
Yeah, of
but
course.
we have identified these themes as things that we find central um, to interaction, kind of grassroots interaction, and we're trying to really dig down deep down into this and to encourage uh, like um, friendship building at a level. So therefore, since we are friends, Shua, you and me,
Mm-hmm.
and we are in this interfaith field, let me start with an interfaith term. I want to say oops, Shua.
Hmm.
And that is because when I listen to our show about uncomfortable situations,
Mm-hmm.
I I regret a response I had to your story.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the story when you were offered alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and that was an uncomfortable situation,
Mm-hmm.
and you said no, thank you, not once but 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And in our conversation, I go, oh, I wonder how the other person could have gotten your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And now I listen back to that and I go, what did I mean? Why did I say that for? So that's my little oops here, Shua, to you,
Mm-hmm.
because having listened to it again, well, you had said 3 times already how you know my response to you was as if I'm putting it onto you again to explain even more in detail, but I don't think you had that responsibility. So sorry.
No, thank
I
you for, you know, coming back to it and pointing it out.
Yeah, and you
Uh,
were also, to be fair, you also said, actually, well, what could I do different? I said 3 times. So
yeah.
maybe we could explore that a little bit, like a learning point for that person, not that you are, and it's your responsibility, but uh, to be a bit confrontative in that situation in order for them to perhaps uh, obtain some knowledge.
Hmm.
uh, Something more could have been, well, I don't really understand. I've said no 3 times, so why are you keep on pushing me? That makes me feel a little uncomfortable, or something like that. I don't know.
Hmm. So
I'm
that
not,
can be
I'm not
now
telling you
that
what to
can
do.
be, yeah. Right, right. No, no, no. But no, no. We are kind of here. We can actually, and we will come to that also. That yes, we are friends, and we are trying to tell each other with in a civilized manner, and trying because we are educating ourselves and others here. It's not like uh, we are on a public forum, and we are live at this time. And I hope people can join us. That you telling me I because you are my friend, so I'm not taking it negative. It can be taken negative, but here the goal is not to take it intentionally also, right? We have to be conscious about it, that when you tell me, you're like trying to find out, like when you said, oh, that was an ouch, ouch, right? Or oops. Oh,
Well,
that is an ouch.
on my part, it was an oops, because I realized that something I
Oh,
said didn't come out
come
a
the way
good
you want
way.
it, right?
You could equally have said, if you felt that it was hurtful, you could have said, ouch, Jenny.
Ha ha ha,
That
theek hai,
that
theek hai,
was a
theek
bit
hai.
hurtful.
Yes, but I didn't feel that way, because I think you were still trying to explore, because we are on this forum.
Yeah,
I'm again giving you the benefit of doubt, because I'm like, okay,
thank
Jenny's
you.
trying to find out, right? Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't very happy that day with you, maybe I wouldn't be thinking like that, maybe, right? I was like, okay, why is she after me? Why is she not trusting me that I did say 3 times, right? There is a side to every conversation and
Thank you.
every situation, right? So if I had taken it that way, for now till now, I don't take you that way, but maybe I have seen that within friends. And we will come back to the conversation off the camera that you mentioned, and that was so important, that when we are friends, it is also very sensitive to say something, because you can misunderstand.
Mm,
And at the same time, I'm saying to you as a friend, because I'm hoping and expecting that you will understand and not take me, or don't misunderstand me and take me for what I am saying. So it is all like, I have to make it clear, and it's okay. So that's where that moment of like misunderstanding, that duration has to be given to each other, to,
mm,
which I mentioned in our previous episode, that we shouldn't just jump to the conclusion just because I said it. Don't judge that in that moment, and just say, okay, what do you mean?
mm.
Clarify. I think if we
Exactly.
ask for clarifications, and now if I am not ready to give clarifications, then you're like, okay, then I'm misunderstanding.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Sorry, I
I,
was a little,
yeah, no,
there
no,
was
no,
the
no,
phone
you're
went.
writing down. I think
No, no,
we are
the phone went. I didn't know how to turn off the sound. I hope it didn't disturb.
oh, okay. I'm
No,
trying to
but
give you some room. I'm like, she's taking notes, people.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
taking
No, no. I go, oh no, I don't want this to
no.
disturb. No, but no, exactly, exactly. Um, how
So,
interesting,
yeah,
right? But it's both a friendship is gives you that room to go, okay, this little mistake that you might have done and said does not define you. We're still I, and the experiences I've had when friends have kind of maybe corrected me, or when there has been a little argument, that's always tough. I don't like conflict, I must
yeah,
admit, you know, but they need to be worked through, and you
right.
can come out stronger on the other side. and then so it's the both things, and it's both that, and it's also then to bring something up that is sensitive is almost all more uncomfortable when there is someone who you know and also who you respect, right?
Mm.
But
But then how
then
do
I
you?
would like to kind of say, please, I want to know. I can't remember in what situation. I might have told you probably or others to go, let me know if I'm stepping into it, if I've make a mistake, if I say something that you go, oh my god, that doesn't sound right. And I'm now thinking back to my various racial social justice organizations that I'm with,
Mm.
and then me as you know the white privileged person.
Mm.
But equally, I don't want to trot around on eggshells and not get anywhere, right?
Exactly.
I want to
That's where
be
I was going.
in a
Right.
situation. I want to
Right.
be straightforward with my friend. I don't want to go around. But therefore, if I have we have an open enough relationship, I also need to be prepared, and I want to be told when I'm doing something or saying something that is not that doesn't come out right in there, or that is questionable. I want to learn, basically.
So here, may I add something?
Please.
Okay, so when you were saying previously, you said, okay, I don't like conflicts. I think mostly people don't like to be in conflict. Very few, I don't know, maybe some people, but I personally, as much as I know, I think people avoid being in conflict. And it's not conflict, it's like facing that situation. And if you don't do that, then how are you going to get around it or tackle it? So I understand I don't either like to do it. And in that process, I think there was more misunderstanding, more later serious conflicts, because we did not take care of it at that time, just
Are
to
you
avoid.
referring back to your situation now that you described in
Well,
the
I
outset?
was generalizing it, but yeah, let's go
Hmm.
back to the situation. Thank you for pointing it out.
No,
Okay.
no,
Instead
but
of,
that's I really like that addition. Exactly. If not dealt with, of course, things get, it will stock up until the next one, and then might be an explosion
so
instead.
when she offered me the alcohol, and I told you that I did say a few times, and you were like, okay, what else could I have done? So you're right. The suggestion you gave me, like, okay, maybe you should have said, well, you know, why are you forcing me? Like, am I not saying something that you're like, but we have to be polite. That's the thing. We have to be civilized. We have to be polite. Now, she's not very close friend of mine, right? Maybe if you are in that situation, like we are friends, you know it, you won't even offer unless I say, Jenny, I do want some, and you will be like, maybe you will be like, right, really, are you
I'm
serious?
like,
Do you
yes,
have something before that you're asking me for?
yes. I might go, no,
No, yeah, exactly.
I don't think you're in your right mind.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Do that, okay? And so now, when that's interesting. So now I am like, yes, so coming back to the situation, like, okay, uh, be a little patient. I will come back to that. Depending on your relationship, we have to have trust. If you don't have trust in me and I don't have trust in you at this stage, then it's useless that if you're still thinking that, okay, should I ask? Should I say? Should I, like, how do I remove this uncomfortable situation? So we need to reach that trust level first in order for us, maybe what you were saying, that I want to avoid conflict, reach the trust level, that so that you can talk about it, right?
Mm,
And that
mm,
cannot be done so quickly and easily and all the time. With some people, I think you do that. And it's type of the personality also. I think I am a little bit more like, okay, I know Jenny's nice. Okay, Jenny, I trust you. Okay, Jenny, I'm gonna say it. And Jenny's like,
do it. Do it.
okay.
Do you know, Shua, what helps? You're funny. You're funny. I
Okay.
think humor
Mm.
in
Yes, humor.
all through our, actually, throughout all our themes. Humor, I would put in the same category as art or something. It's
It is
like it's
very
like
art.
oil,
I love our
right?
art and humor.
And food, like it's like something that yeah, both taking seeing that side in all sorts of situations helps. Anyway, go on, go
No,
on.
no. So I want to say now. So sorry. Some people are very serious. They don't like too much humor, and if you even if you say they were like, "Mm, mm, hmm."
Yeah.
So what do you do with them? I guess you don't do anything with them, right? I
No,
mean,
I've been in several situations
okay.
where I thought something was funny
Uh
and
huh.
I didn't get the response back. That
Yeah.
is it's extremely funny to tell that story afterwards in the situation. It's more awkward,
Okay.
right? But that's okay. I think
Uh
yeah,
huh.
I wanna,
Uh
give
huh.
people a chance. I think it is there somewhere, and then we're all different, right? Some
Yeah, and which
and
is okay.
yeah,
Which is okay. Yeah.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
can be very humorous, and we are all together the way we are. And I hope sometimes there might be some point, which I hope there isn't. But if there is, you might take it seriously. Or I would say, why did she say that? I mean, doesn't she know that? I mean, right?
Mm,
It can be that
yeah.
spot, that moment. We don't know when our moments,
We
you
don't
know.
know. We don't know.
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
someone looking super serious, and you go,
Uh-huh.
"What's your problem?" and, right, and then like we need to have that always with us.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have just been told they have cancer. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
that's a different thing. Yeah.
Right, but then and also to kind of come to back to the kind of uncomfortableness or trotting on eggshells, etc.
Mm,
It is when we come to the point where we acknowledge that oops and ouch and so on, but if can happen. But if we are open-minded and we have a foundational interest, which is a genuine wish to get to know somebody and a generally loving foundation, then we also dare to
mm,
like cross lines in a good way to go and to also like joke about something that that we go, oh, how will they take this?
mm.
But as you're feeling your way through, you're gonna find that you can have fun with people who you thought were completely vastly different than yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. So,
give us your more examples.
okay. There was another story, another example on this uncomfortable situation. Actually, there was a situation more than, conversation. It was a long time ago. Uh, and it was that person didn't know me yet. So let me make it easier. So it was my husband's friend who was, so I was newly married, and I had, we were visiting a friend's house, and they were, now I can differentiate. Actually, they were born Muslims, not necessarily practicing Muslims in my view. They might differ, I guess. But we were at their place. It was a weekend, and they used to drink on weekends or whatever, beer or whatever wine. At that time, I wasn't very aware of what's beer. I knew, but not aware of what's the difference between wine and vodka. There was a professor in my class when I was doing my undergrad, and he was always giving an example of vodka, and I was like, "What's vodka?"
What? All right. Well, I'm telling you, if you want to come here and have that first drink, it's not going to be vodka.
Oh, okay.
You'll be on the
Yeah.
floor.
No, I have never had any curiosity.
No.
But anyways, but
Okay,
I'll
go on.
come and get educated from you. Okay, so I next time I know what it is, what is what. But anyways, besides the joke, so he was, I think, offering some kind of alcoholic drink. Well, he was pouring it, and he just assumed that I will take it. So he was offering my husband. He doesn't drink, and I was like, why is he doesn't know he's his friend? And then And then there's another story right behind it, but anyways, I won't go into that.
Okay.
But then he's like, because I said he's his friend, why doesn't he know that he doesn't
Yeah,
drink? Why
exactly.
is
I
he
was
offering him?
about to.
Okay, so and then he says, oh, okay, so I'm pouring for you, right? Pouring for you or something like that. And I said, no, thank you. And so this is important for people who are listening and people who are watching. So he's pouring, and when he says, I say, no, thank you. I didn't say I don't drink or anything. I said, no, thank you. And he's pouring, and he just paused there. He just stopped there in that action, and his head was down because he realized that he didn't even, why did he assume? Because in our cultures you don't do that generally. I mean, I don't know, it depends on the circles, I guess, in which circles you are.
Sure.
But maybe I was too conservative or naive for them, but I was like, I said no, I just said thank you. And he's like that kind of expression, like oops, there was oops or oops on him.
All
So
right.
he was very like, oh, I'm sorry. Then he was kind of embarrassed.
All
So
right.
then so that was that moment. It was uncomfortable more for him, and for me it was like, why did he assume? And why, I didn't give him any reason or whatever. And I was like, and I left it. But then his action and his pausing and his saying, feeling embarrassed, was more of a uncomfortable. That situation was for
Hmm.
momentary, I guess. It must be very momentarily that way. But when I think of it today, it felt like it was quite long, but it must not be. So, anyways, this was my one of another short stories that I
So
wanted.
that's a story that
Yeah.
then
And
of
then he never then offered again, and I
well, there
never
we go.
said
So that
anything
was
about it.
a
Yeah.
good solution.
But because it was culturally different,
Yeah.
he knows that, yes, okay. But in that other situation, yes, the cultures are similar. Well, let me put it, they were Indians, but they drink. Hindus who drink, I don't think all Hindus drink, but some of them who drink, that was the situation, but they were persistent.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so it's different. Now if somebody is from the West offering me and they don't know anything about it, it's a different situation,
Yeah. Well,
right?
and then it can also become uncomfortable if you think that you should know something. We're coming into this
Hmm.
tomorrow, so anybody who's we're gonna finish soon here,
Yeah.
please tune in to our show tomorrow, our pre-recorded 15-minute show.
It's
Um,
17 actually
so,
tomorrow.
okay, should
I couldn't take out those 2 minutes because Jenny didn't want to stop.
exactly.
She had
You're
so
dealing
much to
with a parrot here. Yeah.
but she had some amazing stories. So tune in tomorrow because
Yes.
I didn't want to delete those 2 minutes.
Oh, that's
And I'm
very
just
kind.
blaming on her. It was me
Oh,
too.
you're so kind. You're so kind. No, but that's coming into a kind of interfaith etiquette,
Etiquettes, yes.
etiquettes, and I think that kind of tying that to uncomfortable situation can
Mm.
be that sometimes I want to ask something, but I'm fearful of sounding stupid or unknowledgeable or disrespectful because I think I should know, but I don't. And I think that is uh, but then that is an uncomfortableness or a fear of overcoming because there is nothing wrong in asking. It depends on how you ask, right? I said to my friend, uh, we've got halal meat for you because they are religious Muslims, but I go, do I need to buy a new rack for our grill, or is it enough to wash it? And I remember coming back and forth to this friend a few times, and I felt a bit like, oh, I feel silly of like calling to ask her again because I feel a little as if I'm putting her on the spot, or or as if I
That's
but
also
but
right.
so I felt, oh, I should probably know this, but
Mm.
I don't. So I just have to ask and call again.
Mm.
Fact, this turned out to be a lovely
Mm.
situation because she actually then really remembered that as something
Mm.
like lovely instead. So this feeling that I felt was a bit, I felt a bit uncomfortable, a bit silly, calling one more time to go, oh, excuse me again about this dinner
Yeah.
that I'm preparing.
But then see, you're learning. You're
But I
learning
learned,
to
yeah,
learn.
I
Like,
learned some, well, I mean,
should one say that? Okay, I hope you don't take this wrong way, or maybe not need to say that. And say, okay, because I don't know. Maybe I admit
yeah,
it in the beginning. I don't
yeah,
know, so that's why I'm asking. So
yeah,
I hope you don't mind or misunderstand.
yeah.
I don't know need to say that also, right? I'm trying to find ways to,
Ways to say,
depending
yeah,
on in the situation, that how do you
yeah.
put it?
I mean,
Because
I think you're saying it absolutely right. It's a matter of going. I'm
in
sorry, I
this,
don't
yeah,
know this, but
exactly.
I feel, or just as they say, take the bull by the horns. Say, oh, I feel a bit silly for asking this,
Yes,
but
yes.
just
You're very
admit.
good at this. Always do that.
One more time, you're breaking up.
You often do that, Jenny, and you.
Do I?
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. You are okay. Jenny is really good in doing this. No, no, I'm just
Tell
Jenny.
that to
You
my
are
kids,
really
Shua.
no, no. Seriously, Jenny, you are very good in making sure that you admit it in the beginning, like it might be silly or whatever the words you use, and you are admitting in the beginning that okay, I don't know. Please help me here, and that's the I think the easiest and the best approach because it doesn't put other person on the spot instead of saying, oh, you might please do not misunderstand me,
Mm,
because instead of saying that you might misunderstand, because we are again saying somebody else that you are misunderstanding, which we do it, I do it many times without, if you don't consciously mindfully think about how are you wording, because it's all of the matter of words, right? Power of words. It is
thank
powerful.
you.
Words are
Oh,
powerful.
very
And
powerful.
we have to learn to be mindfully talking and saying. I have learned a lot and I'm still in the process of learning because I can be careless at times. And I'm sure those who are my
Everybody.
friends and might know whether they are in US or Pakistan or some other country, they would know that. But those who know me, they don't misunderstand me at all.
Yeah, yeah.
That
No, you're
that
saying
also
as it is.
happens.
I think we one thing I guess we need to just mention before we go is that um, how can this exactly this what you're saying, how to overcome, how to deal with this, be useful in even other situations. I mean, right now in an extremely divided country,
Hmm.
I hear my friends over and over again, like both on the radio and friends who are giving me the examples of how tough it is to be on opposing political sides, from your
Excuse me.
family or often it is family. And even some friends have gone said, oh, nice, thanks to the pandemic, we can't have Thanksgiving together, and that's a relief because I can't handle that uncle or that cousin or
Oh
that
yes, that's
mother,
very
or
common also.
because and people are experiencing, we are so different, we have such different views, and it comes to such a heated place that we cannot move forward.
That's true.
And I am not somebody to tell people how to handle this,
Right, right.
uh, you know but just thinking on a broader spectrum, that often whatever we're thinking, and when those when somebody is holding a view that from my perspective is very hostile, my way of kind of dealing with it, if I'm going to try to come through to this person, is to kind of remind myself that it comes from a place of hurt.
Yes,
Kind of,
that's one way.
where is it that this person feels so hard done by,
That's true.
for example. So I have an example of somebody I knew, who was saying to her, trying to put across to, it's a white woman from the South in America, and trying to put across to her dad that about structural racism, because that was something that he would completely say that's not true, and that's. and and also Christian family, and she would say, "Dad, I'm not saying that you have not worked hard. Dad, I'm not saying that your father wasn't, in hardship, etc., etc. But that, but this other reality can still go on. How was it for those workers in my granddad's factory who were black, for example? So yes, your family had it hard, but it's very likely that theirs were harder,
Mm.
you know and to compare suffering is a tough thing to do, but by saying this, I'm not denying you your right to say that you have worked hard in your life or whatever it might be. But anyway, this is a discussion to be continued, and I
Yes.
think that, Shua,
We,
maybe
yeah.
we could in the future, I'm now speaking this out very loudly, but people could be brought into, we could ask people in our
Yeah,
live streams who
we
have
will we
knowledge
will
on this.
we will do that.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get done with the series, and then we will do that what you suggested. Of course, that's in the plan. So thank you for announcing it also. And
Oops, oops.
no, it's okay. We were thinking, and we could have brought today, but the way things are, we were in a music interfaith concert yesterday. It's posted on your and my Facebook page. I don't know if people will be able to find it out, but it's there.
Highlight of the week.
Yeah, that's true. Pastor Dan did put it on all our Facebook pages. So thanks to him. Anyway, so I think we need to end
Yeah.
our conversation here, our live streaming, because there is no end to conversations, and there is a lot to be resolved and find solutions. And we are trying in our limited ways, in our small, world, to bring some awareness, because we have come to this point, and we are always excited to share that with you without any return from you. All what we want is your comments and your interaction, for me and for Jenny to subscribe to our channel and let us know what you think. And if anything has, I mean, what are your ideas? How do you get through these kind of situations?
Hmm.
That will be really helpful for us to
Very
learn,
interesting.
and also for you to learn from us whatever we have, because we bring a multicultural experience to this conversation that we are having. And I hope you can go and listen to other episodes and let us know. I mean, uh, this is how we grow, this is how we evolve, this is how we learn. And there is a lot of need of meaningful, useful uh, conversations and programs that are on YouTube and Facebook and other social media, because there is a lot that is, in my view, which not so useful stuff that is out there, which might not make you grow and help you with finding solutions in your life with different situations or different issues. So anyways, I would like to thank my very dear friend Jenny for
Thank
being
you,
here,
Shua.
and I wish you a very beautiful day. We were doing this kind of a morning show for all of you, and we would like to leave you with the thought that stay happy, stay safe, uh, you know, be mindful of your words. Words are powerful. You can make or break anything with that. So I'm learning that. I hope I get better every day. And Jenny, anything you want to say before we end?
No, just thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Shua, and be well. Take care.
Okay.